Hi, guys. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. If this is your first time here, welcome. And let's see. Okay. Not exactly sure what we're going to be working with today. Like I said, I'm still working on that uh, picture that I'm drawing. Hopefully, it'll be done by the end of this week. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to get it done. So, I'm just gonna pull some tarot today. We'll see what comes up. The colors for today. Red. Red is the color for today. Because I've been seeing it everywhere. Obviously, I put the red uh little necklace thing out here. It's a really it was a very particular color. So whatever that means to you, maybe that's what actually drew you to this reading was the red. I'm not sure, but you might even love the color red. Um, it actually signifies intense energy, grounding, vital life force, and it's primarily linked to the root chakra, providing stability, security, courage, transformation. So there's three sections in this, you guys. And I'm not sure. I kind of this morning got a feeling that there might be actually three different readings. So we'll see how that goes. If it is, it's going to be under these three separate topics. So the first one is love, the second one is passion, and the third one is action. There's also a warning that comes with this color red, which I'm noticing even my desk here is this really pretty red uh, color to it. There can be, if you have to be careful with red because if you overflow, um, uh, it can actually become anger or aggression, and it also can be a warning for danger on because there is always the yin and yang, there's always the light and dark of every situation. And so the good aspects of something, there are also are things that people will overindulge or overdo, and then they end up with these attributes of anger or aggression. It also can be connected to um, strength and judgment. So I don't know if any of that works for you guys or if that's something that you're working with right now. But that's the color for today. The stone for today is actually fluorite, and this is a very interesting piece I've had for quite some time. And you guys, it's the most beautiful color of blue. But fluorite comes in so many different colors, so it's almost translucent. It actually, you can see rainbows and all kinds of things in it. It's such a beautiful color. And for some reason, somebody here needed that. Maybe we are, maybe we're going to work with more of, there was flow in the red aspect. Maybe this is your water and that's your fire. There may be some crazy stuff going on. Either that or it's, fire signs, water signs that are. And today my black ball was what needed to be out here. My black and white. That's the extreme contrast between light and dark. So some of you guys might be going through some crazy stuff right now. Okay, if this is your first time here, welcome. I usually just jump right in. If you have come back to the channel, thank you so much. Your energy is so appreciated. It helps everybody else who shows up to help them work through whatever it is that they are working on. Sometimes it actually just gives them that little extra support. And I'm also anytime somebody gets on and shares their own experiences. I love that, you guys. I love it when you comment and then it's just so neat. So as long as this helps one person, that's enough for me, you guys. So thank you guys for coming back. Okay, enough of that. Okay, here we go. So let's get a zodiac. Some people will pick things on their zodiac signs. First one, yeah, they go straight for yeah, I don't know. Maybe I might have to. I'm going to cover that up. Sorry, guys. It's not like there's anything crazy there, but I want to make sure that I'm not. Yeah, that YouTube doesn't get mad at me for that. Okay. Aquarius. Wow, see, I didn't see that one coming. In reverse. Okay, so this may be somebody who has Aquarius in their chart, but they don't operate from there very often. And you guys, we can operate from all of our different zodiacs all the time. It's not just sun, moon, and rising, Leo. So an Aquarius, Leo, or people who have an Aquarian placement and connected to Venus, because that's basically what that is. Okay, so that makes sense. And this Pluto. God, we got Pluto the last time too. So this is these are small movements that create a huge shift in the electromagnetics of your life, your space, how you see the world. Okay. So small shifts. Leo energy, I'm all, fire energy, so any of the fire signs. And also we have an Aquarius in your Venus placement. You don't operate from here very often. It's kind of what I'm feeling. So that's who we have today. I'm going to set these guys over here. And now we're going to go here. Jumping right in, guys. Jumping right in. Okay, so it is really weird, guys. I'm kind of seeing like a tornado. There may be some tower moments going on in your life right now. I mean, there's been a lot of storms lately. So if any of you are actually or have experienced uh, the might of Mother Nature in that fashion, I am truly sorry. It's devastating when you lose everything. And that might also be, it ties into the not operating from Aquarian energy, and Venus is very connected to the heart. So I'm getting some of you might actually have a hard time seeing a way forward. It's really hard to see a way forward when there's devastation all around you. So how how do you pick back up? How does this change? What are we doing? So I'm seeing like a field. There's one tree still standing. A big limb off of the tree has broken. It's leaning to the right. It was very full. And in this field, this clearing field, there's an area that the sun hits and it lights that whole area up almost like in a circle. I don't know what spirit, what is it you're trying to show me? What are you trying to show me? Let's see. You know, the longer I look at it, the more it's almost like you've always tried to have a good outlook on life. You've always tried to come from the perspective of good, you know? And you're really struggling because I feel like that that light that shines on the field is kind of, it dims in and out. So maybe your faith is being, you're not quite sure what to believe. Everything is, I mean, I see a tent sitting in a field. It's like you've lost everything. My spirit. Whoever this is, my goodness, our heart. Everybody on this channel, please send love and light to anybody who's experiencing this kind of thing, whether it be from natural disaster or fire or anything like that, where everything that you have built is destroyed and you have to start from scratch. Even if it's somebody who has just left a tornado. When I say that, and I'm getting a feeling I need to say this as well. If you've left a relationship that was a tornado, and anyone who has been in one knows exactly what I'm talking about. It happens all the time. I'm sorry, you guys. There's a lot of emotion with this reading, and so I'm trying to, because a lot of stuff is coming in. I really feel for everybody who is experiencing this right now. So, um, but the anybody who has been through a tornado of a relationship, because one of the things we were going to touch on today was love. Passion, I think, is not is in a sense we're talking about your passion for life, your passion for moving forward, your passion for letting go of what you can't control, because your entire what you thought was is now gone, and so you have to start over, and it's terrifying and disheartening in a lot of ways. So we will deal with the passion, but the love part of it as well. If you were in a relationship where you finally said enough is enough, when you were sick and tired of being sick and tired, when you had had enough and you decided, I'm done, it's time for me to move on, and you stepped out of that. Once you once you do that, depending upon how disastrous the relationship is, you can start with nothing. You can start with absolutely nothing and be as destitute as somebody who just lost everything that they've worked for in a tornado or a fire or a flood or whatever. It can be very, very physical, you guys. I remember, Spirit is asking me to share my experience with you. So, my personal experience with a relationship tornado, actually, it wasn't my first, but it was probably my most devastating, because unfortunately, we tend to do things over and over again thinking that it's going to be different the next time, and it never really is. So, until we learn it, we continue to experience it. Unfortunately, that's just the way things go in natural law. So we need to really learn when we experience those things. But my experience was wild, you guys. I ended up not really knowing that it was going to happen. It happened to me, not by me walking out, but all of the sudden in one afternoon, I lost my house. I lost all of my property. I lost everything except for the clothes on my back and my children, my two toddlers, and the clothes on their backs, and a vehicle, because I just happened to be in the vehicle when I was served papers. And so it was devastating. All of a sudden, I went from somebody who had a home and everything else to having a car, some clothes, no home, and two babies that depended on me. So at that point, in my life, it was pretty rough. I drove around for hours trying to figure out what I could do, until I ended up in a church parking lot. It's interesting. I'm not exactly sure why I ended up in that church parking lot, but I will tell you that it felt safe. Yeah. When you go through things like that and you have to pick yourself back up by your bootstraps, or pick yourself back up and move forward, it's hard. Oh, it's not easy, guys. It's like everything in you wants to give up, but we can't. That's not, if you're listening to this reading, then you're not, you haven't thrown in the towel yet. You haven't, because you're here. So we got the Four of Wands, perfection. That's got a lot in it, you guys. The letter D might be important to you. Yeah, the letter D. Emerald, garnet, diamond. Yeah, those are really important colors for you. Okay, stones. Those are the stones you love. Let me. Four of Wands. Venus and Aries. So of course there's our Aries. We have our fire. That makes sense. And here's Venus, right? Okay. So obviously this is an important card. Passion and energy, risk taking, love of physical intimacy, excitement, enterprising person, impulsive. So you may have always kind of had like I said, you had a very good outlook on life, and uh, it, you're just having a hard time right now. You are, because things are really, really weird, and everything that you've worked for is gone. Um, I'm not getting, we need to look at that or that. Okay, so I just need the Four of Wands. There's the Four of Wands. Sorry, guys. I have not been in this deck for quite some time. Swords, Wands, 176. Also, you guys might be seeing sixes, fives, and sevens. Okay, so Venus and Aries. The stone influencer is amber. So if you like amber, amber is an important stone. Aquamarine, diamond, ruby, like I said, garnet, bloodstone, and emerald. I wore my green today, my emerald today. Red, the border's red, it's passion. So this is definitely our card today, guys, passion. And the symbol is after completion, after an end. So the face-up meaning of this card is harmony, peace, and tranquility, a flawless conclusion to past events, the coming together of family in love and abundance, the feeling of new romance, victory in the past, victory in past endeavors. Why is that so hard for me to? Victory in past endeavors. I'm getting that you don't feel like you are victorious in any way, shape, form, or fashion, or have prosperity or wealth. Everything comes together perfectly. Events fill your heart's desire, beauty, and wholeness. So sometimes some of the most incredible things that have happened in my life, you guys, have happened because of some of the most horrible things that have happened in my life. When I ended up homeless out on the streets with my kids, I was greeted by kindness. A woman that I kind of knew stepped up and said, I mean, I knew of her, I knew her, but I didn't know her really well. And she found out that I was out on the streets, and she invited me into her home. And me and my children stayed there for a couple nights until I could find a place to stay. She didn't have really the room, but she had the heart. And she stepped up. And she was my guardian angel. Love from outside of somewhere I did not expect. And you are going to find that even in the, oh, okay, that makes sense. So even although the field is barren, and even though the light is small, that the love of your family and community is going to pull together in a way that was incredible, that it's going to be incredible. It's going to shape relationships for the future. It's going to change everything. And some of you, it may even be moving you in a different direction, because there's a sun rise here and a sun set here. So some of you are going to be creating a beautiful community. Think of it as like washing out, sorry, man, a lot of stuff, washing out all of the old and building the new. You will be surprised at how many people come out of the woodwork to help. It's going to surprise you. Yeah. 5 of Stones. Material difficulty. Yeah, definitely. That's yeah. Yeah. When you are destitute, um it is hard to see this when you're in the middle of this. No doubt, you guys. Been there, done that. Totally understand. This, okay. So there's a lot in this picture. I had, on this one I needed to go for the book. On this one I'm going to actually just read the page, okay? I'm going to read the picture. You may have lost some family. Someone lost someone. Someone you knew. Someone you knew. Lost them in the storm. Wow, you guys, that's really specific. So not only are you, you're trying to have faith still, you're trying to come at it with a loving perspective, you lost somebody that you cared deeply about too. Oh my goodness, you lost so much. Wow, you guys. Holy crap. Okay, so I know how that is too. Hmm. You may be feeling like you have been just falling and there's just I get like mist all around you and there's no up or down. It's kind of like everything's happening so fast. You don't really know what to think. Huh. So maybe this was a fire, you guys. Maybe this was fire. I'm looking at my book um, that sometimes I write in, and some of you are moving. It literally took me to map coordinates, so maybe you guys are just throwing in the towel and saying, "Hey, we're moving." If that's the case, someone's telling me that you need to make sure to look out for the kids, the kids missing their friends. That's very specific, guys. That's so specific. I don't know. Anyway, it is a collective, guys. And so there are people that are on here and they just need to hear that one last thing, that one thing that's going to, you know, make it better, right? Okay. And, or to make them feel like this is what they need to hear. So let's see what we can do. No, what else do we need? So let's go to our light deck. If you guys are wondering what deck this is the Secret Language of Light. Secret Language of Light. Transmission from Your Soul. It's a really, really, really good one. I love it. Okay. So I have a feeling we're getting into as far as this goes, the individual that you lost. Gosh, they may come up. They may come up. We'll see. We'll see. We just show up and say what needs to be heard. No, this, that one. Light begins. Reversed. Oh, you're worried about him. You're worried about him. Who's a female? She has really beautiful eyes. Long nose. Angular face. She's very pretty. Stones. So, stones stacked. Stones that were stacked. Maybe you guys used to do stone. That's funny. Maybe you guys used to do stone art. Huh. How interesting. Wow. Balancing the stones. Maybe you guys used to balance stones for fun, meditation, that kind of thing. How neat. You're worried about them. You miss them. You guys used to we built a fort? It kind of looks like a fort to me. Man, I built some awesome forts in my day when I was younger. I lived for that stuff during the summer. This person loved to dance. She was always dancing, humming, very lighthearted. And I think that's probably, from what I feel, is that's what bothers you so much, is that she was a good person. She was a good person. Why do bad things happen to good people? Right. So for a long time, you guys, I didn't understand why bad things happen to good people. I didn't. Sometimes I still have to be reminded that we take the word bad because we think that our perspectives on good and bad is what good and bad is. Unfortunately, we can only try to express or explain through words the emotions that we feel. So I'm going to try my best to explain this to you guys, because it took me a long time, and I experienced a lot of loss before I got this. And maybe this will help you guys so you don't have to go through as hard of a trial as I did. So loss, whether it be animal, family, friend, acquaintance, or community, especially when you see good people who have been killed or who have passed on or things have happened. Circumstances of each individual's passing is very unique into their own. It doesn't matter. It hurts. No matter what. But when they leave, they bestow a lasting, what I would consider, imprint and or wave out that affects many, many people, and will continue to affect many, many people throughout those individuals' lives that it affects. For instance, when my mom was killed, she was killed for money. She was taken for what I would consider at the time wrong reasons by somebody who I considered at the time a very terrible person. It took me a long time to let that one go because she was a good person. And the reason why I share this with you guys is because I was so amazed, blown away, when for days, nights, all hours, I would get phone calls from people all over the world, you guys. Australia, Canada, everywhere. Like people, I just calling, telling, telling me how much she had changed their lives. They would always start, it was so wonderful. They would always start, and you don't know who I am, but your mom saved me, or your mom did this, or it was because of your mom that I was able to do that. And that was really hard for me because there was a part of me that really didn't understand why somebody so great, someone who did nothing except for try to help people do the right thing, was hurt and was no longer with us. But as time went by, and this is the part that I'm sharing with you, because going through it is the hard part. Time is the healing part. As the years went by, I realized that had she not passed away, I would not have been led. At the time, it was kicking and screaming because my whole world had crumbled. I would not have been led to the particular paths and journeys, people and experiences. For instance, I went and did this thing, and I went and did this thing. I would never have done those things. I would never have I would never have become an EMT. I would never have tried to save people. That would not have been my path if she had still been here. There were a lot of different things that happened in my life because of that, because she passed away. And so that set up all of these things. And now looking back, everything happened exactly the way it was supposed to. If it hadn't, I wouldn't be right here, right now, today, talking to you guys. Most definitely. And I definitely wouldn't have had the strength to share. Because when she passed on those loving vibrations before she left to me. And now I get to try to help all of you. And trust me, I am still learning. I am still a baby when it comes to the universe, the world, and everything in it. But I do have a unique understanding when it comes to death, which would be another story. And when Spirit deems fit for me to share that, I will. But just know that do not worry about them. They have not gone anywhere. They are still around. They are in every single laughter. They're in every single sunrise. They can be everywhere at once. And they can inspire everyone. Anyone who will listen. And having them in your lives has helped you, just like my mom helped me. They give us strength. They give us understanding. Forgiveness is a big one. You know. So I'm sorry for those of you that lost. But I actually see a male here too now, because in reverse it looked like a female. Upright it looks like a male. And if it was a male, they were your world. They were a super deep thinker. And it's really hard to say goodbye to somebody like that. Here's the awesome thing, you guys. Energy is everywhere. I mean, we can measure it now. We know it's there. We can measure all kinds of things now. It's all there. Some of it we haven't actually been able to create the equipment to measure it. But we know something's there. We just don't know what it is. When somebody passes on, you will still feel them the rest of your life, on and off. Sometimes when you need them more, they'll show up. And sometimes you may not hear them, but you'll have fond memories. Regardless, they're never gone. They're always there. They're not there physically. And it's hard when you can't wrap your arms around them. But they leave with you I wouldn't really say it's more of a memory, but that memory can be enhanced. It can be, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Just know that the pain that you feel right now, and I know I only say this because I've been there. I know how you feel. I felt it. I've felt the emptiness. I've felt the anger. I've felt the rage. I've felt all of it. But I've also felt what it's like to grab hold of the smallest bit of light that you have inside and stand back up on your feet and rebuild. I know what it's like to do that too. And I'll tell you what, the strength that you have is enough to get you there. Even though you feel like you're crumbling, what doesn't break you in fire galvanizes you in strength. You have to shatter so that you can rebuild stronger. Know that everybody who tells you, I'm sorry, everybody who tells you that they feel for you, and I know that a lot of it feels very empty because you think, but they don't understand. I do. And know that they don't say that to be irritating. They say it because they don't know what else to say. Yeah. But I do. I'm going to tell you that you're going to make it. I'm going to tell you that no matter what, you're strong. You're strong enough. You've always been strong enough. And that they wouldn't want you to quit. They wouldn't want you to stop. They wouldn't want you to give up on the dreams that you guys had talked so much about. And they definitely wouldn't want you to lose faith. And that what doesn't take you out makes you stronger. I'll tell you what, I know now that there is absolutely nothing in this world that can be taken from me. Because I know what it's like to be stripped down to nothing. When you build yourself back up, you are stronger and you are definitely wiser and you see the world differently now and you're going to be just fine. Hold on to that part of you that still has faith, even if it's small. It'll take you where you need to go. Thanks. Thank you, guys. Thank you. There are a lot of people who are really struggling. It's going to be okay. We're going to make it. We will keep showing up for each other. And I just feel an overabundant sense of love from Spirit, from God, from everything for each and every one of you. I got that one last time. So I'm going to let you guys know there is here I am talking about all kinds of crazy things, and Spirit tells me that whoever's listening to this, there is you need to be careful. There's going to be some people who are going to come into your experience, especially in the fragile state that you're in right now, who are going to uh, be a wolf in sheep's clothing, is basically what I got out of it. And that's something for somebody who needs to, if you lost your home and you've got people coming in who are trying to buy the property, take the property, or try to do some crazy things, or families trying to convince you to move, leave, or whatever. Just be very, very careful. Read every single part of the contract. And so what I'm getting is who there is somebody here who is not being truthful, and you need to be very careful. Protect yourself, protect what you have left, protect your family, protect your lineage, protect yourself. So, and that you're going to make it. You guys are strong, you're warriors, each and every one of you. If you were able to sit through that reading with me, because that was super intense and amazing, then you got this. You can definitely make it through what you're doing. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I love you all. And until next time, love and light. Bye.